Hi everybody, today I'm here to show you how to make hair bows. My method of how I make them. You can do them however, I know there's other tutorials out there, but this is how I make them. Now I'm sorry for the lighting in here, but it sucks. I don't know why. It is what it is. Sorry. Maybe the lighting will be better once I get started on the hair tutorial. So, are you ready? You need to get started. Obviously, you're going to need fabric. I'm making a Christmas hair bow today. You can make it with using any fabric you want. Depending on how big you want your hair bow, is size fabric you're going to need. As you can see, my fabric is pretty long and not so wide. And this should make about a 6-inch hair bow, give or take. If you want a smaller hair bow, you need smaller fabric. For those of you who are curious of what the size is for the big one, take your ruler, measuring tape, where you want to use, and measure out. And this is about 14 inches long, and then it's about 5.5 inches across, or the height, whatever. I don't know, but it's about 14 inches long, so, give or take, it's going to make like about 6-inch hair bow. And sorry if my fabric's all wrinkly. Then you're going to need a smaller piece to go around the center. And the length of this doesn't really matter. Well, it matters, but it doesn't matter. It needs to be long enough to go around your hair bow. And depending on, well, actually these don't have to be hair bows. If you're making a bow tie for a little boy, or a bow tie to put on a dress, it all depends. This right here is going to be long enough, because you can either, when you wrap it around, you can cut off the excess. If you're not, putting a hair clip on it, you can just fasten it. Or if you're putting a hair clip on it, you're going to want it long enough so you can clip your hair clip on there to glue it down. That's another item you're going to need. So to get started, you're going to need scissors to cut your fabric, which my fabric's already cut, so I don't need the scissors. At least not for now. You're going to need some type of measuring item, whether it's tape, ruler, whatever. Okay, and for this one, it's about 6.5 inches long, and it's about 2 inches wide. So, best bet is to make sure the center fabric is at least 6 inches long. Again, it depends on how big your bow is. If you're making a giant bow, you're obviously going to want this to be bigger. The whole thing is to make sure it goes all the way around. Okay, and yes, you're going to need a needle and thread, or if you don't want to sew it, hot glue gun and glue sticks work too. So now, what I sometimes do, sometimes I just eyeball it, but you can find the center of your fabric by folding it in half and then just kind of like creasing the center of, creasing the fold. Sorry. Can't speak today. And then you just fold one end inside and you take, you fold the other end. Okay, and usually what I do is I take and I fold end to end. I flip it over and fold it end to end, like so. And then I usually take and stitch across the top, which I'll show you in a minute. Otherwise, if you want to glue it, you just, find out where your center is and bring your ends to the center, like so, and then you can glue them down, and then you'll have it like that. I'm going to sew mine, so I'll be right back. Alright, once you decide how you want to do this part, I sewed mine. You can even sew this on your sewing machine, especially if you're making a bunch of these. If you're just making one, why not just sew it by hand? Okay, once I done sewing, tie it off, and then I turn this right side out, I guess you can say, and then by doing so creates a nice look right there. Everything's cured, and then you even it out. You have it, place it in the center of your back of your bow, and then you fold your bow. No, I'm doing it wrong. Fold your bow like an accordion. And then for this part, see, fold it like an accordion. This part, if you wanted to glue this, you can. What you do is you put a little bit of glue back here and back here to hold these together. If you don't want to glue, if you're sewing this by hand, you probably can even do this on the sewing machine. It's a little balk right there, but it's totally up to you. But you take your needle and thread, and you don't have to go all the way across. I usually start in the center and go, but I didn't do it this time. But I usually go up through the center, and then I take my thread and wrap it while holding it so it keeps its shape, and wrap it like 3 or 4 times around. Sometimes less, depending on how much fabric I have left. And then I take and stick the needle back through the center there. And then once I'm done, cut it, and I tie off the thread, so that way it doesn't come undone, which it probably won't after you glue this on. Which again, you don't have, for next part, you don't really have to use glue. I usually end up using glue just because it's quicker. But that's how it is. The center is secured. You can even take, if you don't want to sew, you can even take wire, like a thin wire, and wrap it around a few times. Or they do have the string for bow making, which you can wrap that around a couple of times, tie it off. Anything that'll hold this part together, because whatever you use is going to be covered up. And then you take your shorter piece and you do pretty much the same thing that you've done with your bigger piece. You fold it, you can overlap it, you can make it thinner if you need to, or a little bit fatter. This is usually how I have it. It's usually about this wide, sometimes a little bit skinnier, but it's usually about like this. And you can glue this so it stays. You can sew it so it stays. Where your preference. To me, if you use glue, you gotta be careful because some glues will seep through and show on the fabric. And if you're using like a center, sometimes you can cover up that little bit of glue that shows. Hot glue tends to make this kind of hard to wrap it around, so I don't suggest that. Me, I sometimes take and add a tiny bit of glue. This time I'm not. For the video, I'm not. Okay, once you figure out how you want that, you take your piece and you lay it, and you take it and you put it around your bow. And you can, what I usually do is, depending on, this is why it's best if you kind of glue it or whatever, but I usually put like a dab of hot glue in the center there, and I take an end of the fabric, and then I wrap it around, and then I bring it back, and I usually take my clip and make it so I put it so fit, and then I usually put a little glue on there, and sometimes I cut enough to fold it over, and then I cut off excess. This is part of the reason why you want to make sure you have enough, so that way you can, if you're attaching a clip, it'll fit, and so this can fit around your hair bow. And if you're not using, if you're putting this on a dresser, maybe attaching it even to a headband, and you can either do the same thing, put your headband there, whether it's elastic headband or a plastic one, metal one, whatever. You can take any glue, you can wrap this around the headband and glue it down, and then you'll have it on your headband. Or you can take and just glue it and cut off the excess, and then you can just like attach it to, glue it down on to whatever. The options are up to you. Some people like take it this way. and they have, I'm not sure how they get it, but that is how it looks. Okay, another thing you could do, you can sew the ends together, and then that way they'll look something like this. And then you can take, and this is a little bit, okay. Then you can take and you can slide it onto the center. You might want to make sure I don't usually do it this way because I usually don't get tight enough, so then it slides around. But if you do it like this, make sure you make that so it's tight enough, and then you can just like take your hair clip and slip it in there, or you can even slide it. That way you can make it so you can wear it as a clip in your hair, or you can slide it. You can take and put it on and attach a clip so you can clip it in your hair, wherever, clip, if you wear like a ponytail, you can clip it in the back of your hair so you have this cute hair bow. Or you can take and slide your headband in there, and you can wear it on top of your head, like so. So there's many options on the hair bow when it comes to making it. All depends on how big you want your hair bow. I usually don't make them this big. I usually make them little, so you can wear one on each side, and you can make them so you can wear them as a bow tie. Even these ones, like I make, can be clipped to little boys' shirts for a no-tie hair bow, or no-tie bow tie, clip-on bow tie. Oh, I can't think of it. I'm not a boy, so that's it for my tutorial. I hope you liked it. If you did, click the like button. If there's anything you want to know more about hair bows or whatever, you can comment below. If you're not if you're not very crafty, or you're not into making hair bows but you want to buy some, I have a lot available in my shop. Not only do I have Christmas ones, I have a couple of little cute little Christmas ones, I have other ones that are available. I can even custom make you a hair bow if you want a big one like this. This one will probably be available. I don't know. Maybe I'll wait and put it up next year. Maybe I'll fix it too. Because this one ain't sounding like it is. But yeah. You can take a look at my shop. The link is in the description below. I'm happy to answer questions about hair bow making. I might even do another tutorial. I don't know. Thinking about it. But yeah. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. It'll help me out a lot, and you'll be a part of my family and you'll get to see more of me. Yay! Yeah, check it out. There's my hair bow. Don't I look beautiful? Alright, bye.